Hello everyone, welcome back to the world this week with me, Farah. In this video, we will be looking at some of the key events that happened across the world last week. But before getting started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, so that you will promptly receive my weekly wrap-up without fail. Let's start with the short news. The New Zealand Labour Party, led by incumbent Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, wins by a landslide victory in the general election. The New Zealand voters backed the Labour Prime Minister's empathetic leadership and decisive action during the COVID-19 crisis. In India, Kerala becomes the first state to have completely digital, high-tech classrooms in all public schools. Chief Minister has declared the state public education sector completely digital, as Kerala has become the first state in the country to have high-tech classrooms in all its public schools. The Finance Ministry has said that the centre will borrow up to 1.1 lakh crore rupees on behalf of the states to bridge the shortfall in GST collections. In a statement, the ministry said, the amount so borrowed will be passed on to the states as a back-to-back loan in lieu of the GST compensation cess releases. It said the borrowing will not have any impact on the fiscal deficit of the Government of India. NEET Result 2020 declared, Odisha's Soyab Aftab and Delhi's Akanksha Singh attained perfect score. Candidates should know that NEET 2020 result can only be downloaded up to 90 days from the date of declaration. The Tamil Nadu Medical Counselling on NEET 2020 result may be delayed as Madras High Court adjourns the 7.5% reservation ordinance. The hearing is scheduled for October 29. In Tamil Nadu, Anna University Vice Chancellor irks the government after writing directly to the centre for change in varsity status. Following Mr. Surappa's direct letter to the central government seeking change in varsity status, the Tamil Nadu government has written to him and demanded an explanation for his proposal. It should be noted that the requested change in status would affect the reservation policy of the university. The World Economic Forum will hold its annual meeting 2021 in Lucerne, Bergenstock, Switzerland from May 18 to 21 instead of the traditional venue of Davos. The annual meeting is expected to be themed as the Great Reset and will focus on all the solutions required to address the world's most pressing challenges. Prepare for war. Be absolutely loyal. Xi Jinping tells Chinese troops. Chinese President on Wednesday directed China's armed forces to strengthen training of troops and to be ready for war amid Indo-China face-off in eastern Ladakh along the line of actual control. Twitter temporarily restricted US President Donald Trump's election campaign account from tweeting, saying a video from the account about Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden violated its rules. Joe Biden is a liar who has been ripping off our country for years, the video was captioned. India will get 60 to 70 million doses of Oxford vaccine, Covishield, by December, but the vaccines will come to the market in March 2021. Pune's Serum Institute of India has said, revealing its latest update on the ongoing trial of AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine. Apple announces 4 new iPhones at a virtual launch event starting from iPhone 12 mini to iPhone 12 2 to 2 Pro models including iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro Max. The UK Prime Minister says it is time this country prepared to break away from the European Union with no trade deal. With the Brexit transition period ending on January 1st, Boris Johnson told Brussels there is no point continuing negotiations unless it changes course. European Union leaders say they are willing to keep trying. India-Germany flights to start from October 26 after brief suspension of air bubble. Air India has announced it will operate flights between India and Germany from October 26 to March 28, 2021. Sydney Airport was filled with emotional reunions as the first no-quarantine flights from New Zealand arrived in Sydney, Australia, amid falling coronavirus cases. The flights are a part of the new trans-Tasman travel bubble, through which people can travel between Australia and New Zealand. Passengers were greeted with signs that read, "We've missed you" and "Welcome back" as they made their way through the terminal to their loved ones. Donald Trump promises free antibody coronavirus treatment to all Americans. Trump told his supporters in Wisconsin that all Americans will get the coronavirus treatment he received for free. Saudi Arabia's foreign minister has signaled progress may be underway towards resolving the 3-year-old rift with its Gulf neighbor Qatar, following a meeting in Washington with the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. Let's see some interesting facts. The African lake with explosive power. Lake Kivu is one of Africa's strangest bodies of water. An unusual set of properties make it an intriguing subject for scientists, as well as a potential source of both peril and prosperity for the millions of people living nearby. Kivu has the potential for a major catastrophic limnic eruption where many cubic miles of gas would be released. The stresses from tectonic forces and volcanic activity, it's creating hot springs below Kivu that feed hot water, carbon dioxide and methane into the lake's bottom layers. These gases would ordinarily bubble out of the water, but with Kivu's great depth, more than 460 meters at its deepest point, creates so much pressure that they remain dissolved. Project Iceman, Antarctica's first Ironman distance triathlon. Anders Hoffman becomes the first and only person in history to complete an Ironman in Antarctica. The aim of the project was simple. Anders Hoffman was seeking to become the first human to complete an Ironman distance triathlon, a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike leg and a marathon, in least appropriate continent for such a feat, Antarctica. The attempt was carefully planned during Antarctica's summer months, January and March, when temperatures are warmer but still typically below 0 degrees Celsius. Hoffman wanted his own piece of history, but he also wanted to push his psychological boundaries as well as triathlon's physical frontiers. The attempt was well supported by the crew of professionals and careful preparation. Hidden Camera's Hugging Tiger wins Wildlife Photo Award. To photograph one of the rarest creatures on Earth, you have to be incredibly skilled and remarkably lucky. But Sergei Gorshkov is clearly both, as demonstrated by his stunning picture of a Siberian or Amur tiger deep in the forests of Russia's Far East. The image has just won him the title of Wildlife Photographer of the Year. The female tiger is seen embracing a tree, rubbing herself against the bark to leave her scent and mark territory in the land of Leopard National Park. The lighting, the colors, the texture, it's like an oil painting, said the chair of the judges, Rose Kitman Cox.
And the Duchess of Cambridge announced the winner.
So it's with great pleasure that I can announce this year's Wildlife Photographer of the Year is Sergei Gorshkov for his image, The Embrace. Many congratulations to you, Sergei, and thank you to all of those who entered for showing us the magic.
That's it for this week, everyone. I will be putting all of the source links down in the description box below. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell because I don't want you to miss any of my latest news updates. If you have any questions, please write it in the comment box down below. I'll be back next week with another set of news around the world in a nutshell. Bye!